Yeah, in our first lecture we saw how we can create a simple preference screen and we can obtain different values from the user for different preferences. Now as we can see that the preference screen that we have, in case that holds a number of attributes that need to be taken from the user, then adding all the preferences on a single screen will make the screen too much extended. So what we can do is we can add another preference screen to it, which will open up on click, and accordingly we can add some part of the preferences to the second screen. So what I'll do is I'll add another preference screen to this, add another preference screen, and to this preference screen then I can add say a category, and then I can add say a checkbox and another category to this, and I can add a edit text preference to this. Now to the second preference screen I can add any title more options here, and I can add any summary to this. Select your choices, and then I can add something to my checkbox preference. I can say Android title, and I can say wish to have newsletter, and click yes for it. Then I can add any key. We are not going to obtain the values, we're just seeing how we can add a screen to this. So we're not going into more details of this. And similarly I can add title, summary, and key to the edit preference. So you can just have a title here, one pref, I can say can add this. So I have another CBK in how many days. I can ask the number of days in which they want to wish to receive the newsletter, enter your choice. So this is it. So instead of having these values as a part of the main screen, I have created another preference screen which will pop up when I click the link to this, and then we can show up these preferences. So these can be supplementary preferences that are not very essential, but still can be set up by the user in case he prefers to assign some values to these. So I'll just set up my manifest file for my main file, which is pref activity and first pref activity. Pref activity and subsequent my IDs. First pref activity. So this sets up the entire show, and then I'll just run up my app. is launching the preference file. Yeah. So we have show preferences. And it shows up my preference. Now this is my second preference screen, which says more options here, and I can click this one to see my second preference screen. This is my first category, this is my second category, and we can select values or enter values for these preferences. So this is how we can arrange our preference screen into different screens, wherein we can have a different preference screen for a different kind of options, and accordingly we can arrange our screen so that it does not appears to be very clustered and seems to be very arranged.